Sri Lanka.
A very good evening and welcome to the National News Broadcast. I'm Mausha Dharmavardhana.
Very good evening. I'm Niket Karunaratne and we'll start off with the headlines as usual. A power breakdown for the entire country. The new electricity draft bill is to be presented to Parliament in January. The President reiterates that his aim is to maintain cricket devoid of politics. Several houses were inundated due to an earthslip in Haldumulla. A person was killed due to the collapse of a wall. The Russian President is to compete in a presidential election for the 5th occasion.
On to those and other stories in detail now, starting with your local stories. A sudden power breakdown has taken place throughout the island this afternoon.
The Ceylon Electricity Board says the reason for the power failure has been the power breakdowns at the distribution centres in Kotmale and Biagama. The all-island power breakdown has occurred around 5 p.m. today. It is believed that this was due to a defect in the high-powered cable system carrying electricity from Kotmale to Biagama. It is also suspected that a lightning strike could have triggered the breakdown. It has also been reported that by now many areas have regained power supply, and the Ceylon Electricity Board says restoration of the total network is being carried out speedily and methodically.
Meanwhile, Minister Kanchana Vijayasekara said in Parliament today that the new electricity draft bill will be presented to Parliament in January of next year. He further said that any group is able to challenge the bill in a court of law. Minister Kanchana Vijayasekara said that the presentation of the bill has been delayed for 14 months and therefore delaying it by just another month is not a big problem. The minister further said that this bill would become a talking point for at least another 20 years. Minister Kanchana Vijayasekara further said he would be happy if all 225 members in Parliament as well as trade unions challenged the draft bill. This would not be created for a period of 2 to 3 years. He has inquired as to why all failed to join hands to eliminate frauds and irregularities in the electricity board. Some of the trade union groups in the board are out. They are earning salaries without doing anything. The minister further said that with the implementation of the Act, they would not be able to carry out their nefarious activities. Parliamentarian Dayasiri Jayasekara said that a problem has been arisen due to those who draft the bill not talking without the relevant parties. He added that they are against the frauds and pointed out that the presentation of a bill necessary to prevent such frauds in the board. Many stealings taking place while purchasing power. He added that under the new bill, the minister has full authority in purchasing. Minister Kanchana Vijayasekara said that there is nothing to hide in the bill. No power has been vested with the minister in the procurement process. Procurement power has been removed from the minister and certain groups. Now, President Ranil Wickremesinghe says his aim is to maintain cricket devoid of political influences.
The President said at a ceremony in Colombo last evening he is possessed with the knowledge as to where the sport of cricket should be by the year 2030. He further said that was why the cricket budget has been allocated 1.5 billion rupees to develop cricket. The President has made these remarks participating in the 150th anniversary celebrations of the Colts Sports Club of Colombo at the Colts grounds. A commemoration plaque in connection with the 150th anniversary was also unveiled on this occasion. Thereafter, officials of the sports clubs have joined the President in posing for a group photograph. The President has also handed over the Colts Cricket Club membership to the Sri Lankan cricket teams which won the 1996 World Cup and the T20 World Cup in 2011. Felicitations have also been extended to members of the Colts Club who have extended their patronage for many years. President of the Colts Cricket Club, Nishantha Ranatunga, has handed over the lifetime membership of the club to the President.
I must thank the President for making me a life member of this club. There are only two other clubs of which I am life member. One is the Royal College Union, other is the United National Party. So I had to add this as a third. Let me congratulate you all on the 150th anniversary. The Colts have to be congratulated on being a part of the history of Sri Lanka cricket. It was once after the cricket match which was played between Colts and the boys of Royal St. Thomas's and Wesley that they decided to get together and form another club, the Sinhala Sports Club. And at the same time the Tamil Union was formed. So we had many clubs supposed to be on ethnic lines, the Malays, the Burghers, the Sinhalese, the Tamils. But unlike the political parties, these were only names and people of all ethnic groups mixed together. Unfortunately, that has not happened in many of the political parties. That's why we are in this terrible mess today. So cricket is a fast changing game, changing as a result of the media, such as the television, and technology is now moving the game. So this is where we are. Cricket has now even taken the main spot in the budget debate. This year's budget debate was mainly on cricket, not on the budget, which means the opposition had nothing to criticize the government and the budget about. So we fought it out. In the meantime, we lost one minister and we gained another minister. Now the minister is busy talking with the ICC how to restore the status quo. Let's hope all that gets resolved in a short while's time. I have no vision for cricket 2048. I have vision for cricket 2030. That is why in this budget we have voted 1.5 billion rupees for the development of cricket at schools level and to help the backward provinces such as North Central Province, Eastern Province and Uva. This is not for 1 year. We will keep voting this money, and if there are results, it can even go to 2 billion a year. What are we going to do with this? What the government will do is not to get too involved in the management of cricket. That's not our business. And the new laws that come in will abolish interim committees and the powers of the minister. We will give this money, get a independent trust to handle this money to improve school cricket. Maybe the pitchers, maybe the equipment, but see in which ways. It's capital, it comes out of our capital vote. So it's meant to improve school cricket in every corner of the country. Because cricket is a game that we develop it. We can't win in every sport. We can win in some. So we are prepared to put the money. And let's see what happens by 2030. The rest is up for the development plans which the controlling body will have, and the ministry also will have powers to develop the game, not to interfere in the game. Another project that we are working is to take the Diyagama land, I think it's now more ruins than a sports center, and develop it as a campus. So for instance, we get together with the cricket board, you do certainly the stadium can be done by them. Let's look at the schools. So let's see how we get together with the different controlling bodies and develop this into a full-time campus where sports can be developed. These are two things that we can do. Now that we are building a new economy, we are building a new society, we are looking at ahead to be a prosperous nation, let's ensure that we excel not only in our economics, but we also excel in our cricket, in the other sports. All of these means money, and the economy is money. If the game is getting commercialized, let's get into it. And if the game is getting commercialized with games, let's ensure we are on top of it. So let's certainly get together and make this trip where cricket and many other selected games will be brought up to international level, and Sri Lanka can keep winning the games.
Minister Mahinda Amaraveera says that the only way to control rice mafia is to maintain a reserve by the government. He He has made these remarks participating in the third reading debate on the budget today. The votes of the Ministries of Agriculture and Plantation Industries were taken up for debate today. Parliamentarian Ranjit Madduma said that 384,000 metric tons of rice have been imported in the year 2022. The member added that he was not sure of the accuracy of the news item being circulated at present. Minister Mahinda Amaraweera said that there is a shortage of Kiri Samba rice even when there is a surplus stock of more than 200,000 metric tons of this merchandise. Kiri Samba is not available in supermarkets. Big mills are hiding stocks, but they do not have the authority to apprehend the stocks in the mills. The minister also said that the revision of the Act in the near future, there would not be any room for irregularities. Only the retail trade is being fined and added that the problem could not be resolved in this manner. The minister further said that although there is a buffer stock of 300,000 metric tons of Kiri Samba, permission has been granted to purchase a further of 50,000 metric tons. Minister Ranjit Siambalapitiya said that plantation community is regarded as a group which has the minimum facility. He is also said that the President has convened a meeting of plantation company and required from them whether it is possible or not for them to provide 1,700 rupee salary requested by the plantation workers.
Now, Minister Jeevan Thondaman says he extends thanks to the President for informing the relevant plantation companies over increasing the salaries of plantation labour. The Minister has expressed his opinion in this regard at a media briefing held at the headquarters of the Ceylon Workers' Congress in Kottagala. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has instructed heads of plantation companies to inform before the 31st of this month on the provision of the minimum salary of 1,700 rupees requested by the plantation labour or on the extent of the increased salary. The President has given the order at a discussion with heads of plantation companies at the President's office. In the meantime, heavy rainfall continues to create havoc in the daily routine of public life in many districts.
And the Department of Meteorology predicts showers or thunder showers in many districts in the island today. A pedestrian was killed in Dodangolla in Alawatugoda when a slide wall of a house collapsed on him last night. An earth slip has been activated in Aswaduma in Haldamulla, Koslanda. The Haldamulla Divisional Secretariat Division has taken measures to vacate residents in 15 houses in the lower section of the housing scheme. The Vavuniya district is also reported to be receiving rainfall continuously. Our correspondent says many reservoirs in the area are once again overflowing. 2 sluice gates of the Victoria Reservoir remain open automatically. A request has been made from the residents using water of the Mahaval River to remain vigilant as sustainable quantity of water in the Victoria Reservoir is being released to the river. The Randenigala and Rantabe Reservoir has received overflowing since yesterday. The meteorology report points out many points in the island will continue to receive showers or thunder showers. Heavy rainfall of around 100 millimeters may prevail in certain locations in the central, Sabaragamuwa, western and Uva provinces as well as in the district of Galle and Mathura.
Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe received Russian Security Council Secretary Nikolai Patrushev during his visit to Colombo. Russian Security Council Secretary concluded his official visit in Sri Lanka on Thursday. According to the press service of the Russian Security Council, the meeting confirmed the commitment to further strengthening Russian-Sri Lankan relations in the economic and security spheres, as well as the cooperation between the two countries on international agenda issues. A special discussion with high-level Russian Defense Council representatives who were engaged in a tour in Sri Lanka has taken place recently. Deputy Secretary of the Russian Defense Council, Olga Vladmirov, and Minister of Justice, Vijaydas Rajapaksa, have also attended the discussion. It has been decided at the meeting to continuously extend Russian assistance to strengthen Sri Lanka's defense activities.
Minister Dr. Bantula Gunawardena has presided over a special ceremony held in connection with the 50th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Press Council in Colombo today.
The minister on this occasion has handed over certificates for a group of students who have followed a diploma course in mass media. Distribution of school equipment sets to a selected group of children of media personnel has also taken place. Unveiling of the Madhya Samiksha also took place in parallel to the 50th anniversary commemoration of the Council. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said that all roads, bridges and dams in the island have been built with foreign loans and aids. We do not get foreign loans and assistance anymore as we have not repaid our debt. The minister further said whatever government that comes into power will not be able to receive anything until the restructuring of the debt. He further said when a group comprising of 2,500 persons came shouting with hatred to set fire to his house, they had given food to some of the would-be perpetrators. The minister added that injustice has befallen upon him who had tried to create justice. He further said that the Sri Lanka Press Council has been formed to help those who have been discriminated.
කියලා පෙන්වන්න පුච්චන්න ඕනේ ගේ කිය. අපි ගේ ඇතුළේ මේ හිටියා නම් රෝස් වෙනවා. මගේ ගේ පුච්චන්න මේ වගේ ගෑනු දරුවෝ 80ක් විතර ආවා කිව්වා. අපේ විශ්වවිද්‍යාල විද්‍යාර්ථයෝ වෙන්න ඇති. යහපතක් කරන්ට ගිහිල්ලා මට සිද්ධ වෙච්ච යහපත තමයි එවැනි අයහපතක් වෙන අයට පුවත්පත් මණ්ඩලයේ පිහිට වෙන්න තමයි හදලා තියෙන්නේ.
University intellectuals, including Senior Professor Sunand Mahendra and Secretary to the Minister of Mass Media Anusha Palpita, were also present on this occasion.
State Minister of Mass Media. It is worth mentioning that Turkey was among the first countries to recognize Sri Lanka's independence 75 years ago. Our relations gained a new dimension with the establishment of our embassy here in Colombo 10 years ago, indeed serving as a true testament of our growing and flourishing relationship. However, I must say that our shared history goes far beyond 75 years, with an ancient relationship dating back to the time of Ottoman Empire. The Muslims in Sri Lanka, who maintained close relations with the Ottomans during British colonial era, have played a crucial role in this connection. Their devotion to the Ottoman Empire and contributions to the Muslim society were recognized with prestigious appointments of Shahbandars, which means honorary consuls, to the island by Ottoman sultans themselves. Therefore, we are here today to celebrate this enduring relationship with the issuance of special commemorative postage stamps on the occasion of the celebration of the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Turkey and Sri Lanka.
like to thank you for inviting me to be a part of this very special and important event today. It is indeed a great pleasure and privilege for me, and I highly appreciate your valuable contribution in organizing this event. I also have a pleasure to extend on behalf of His Excellency the President and the government, and also my own behalf, our warm presentation and sincere best wishes to His Excellency President-elect by Eldoan and Her Excellency the Ambassador David Sekiro and to people of Turkey on this historical moment.
The Sri Lanka Navy commemorates its 73rd anniversary today.
Commemoration programs have been organized giving prominence to naval traditions and religious performances in every naval command. Following information is on Sri Lanka Navy, which inherits a proud history. The institution was originated in 1939 as Ceylon Voluntary Navy through number 1 of the Voluntary Navy Ordinance of 1938. On the 1st of October 1943, it was transformed into Royal Ceylon Voluntary Naval Sub-Service. The formation of the Royal Ceylon Navy of the 9th of December 1950 is considered as the commencement of the permanent naval force in the country. Since then, Navy has been fulfilling its special responsibility as the guardian of the ocean territory of the country. The Royal Ceylon Navy had developed from strength to strength and was renamed as Sri Lanka Navy, with Sri Lanka becoming a republic in the year 1972. Sri Lanka Navy has extended special contribution for the victory of the humanitarian operation, which has eliminated nearly 3 decades of terrorism in Sri Lanka in year 2009. The Navy is also extending magnanimous assistance in controlling narcotics, racketeering and non-traditional oceanic challenges, as well as many other legal activities. The Buddha Puja and an almsgiving for Mahasangha has taken place at the sacred Sri Dalada Maligava in Kandy to have blessings on the institution. Measures have also been taken to conduct an Aloka Puja at Sandahirusaya. A blood donation program has also been implemented in parallel to the commemoration day of the ceremonies.
The meeting to educate government officials and trade union representatives over the current budget was held in Kegal yesterday. The event has been organized by the Trade Union Relations Division of the President's Office. This was the 4th session in the series of seminars to educate on the budget of 2024. Governor of the Sabaragamuwa Province, Attorney-at-Law Naveen Disanayake and State Minister of Finance Ranjit Siambala-Petiya have also participated in the event. Naveen Disanayake of the United National Party said that ultimately it would be the people in the country who would decide upon the group that governs the country. Presidents come and go. He added that, but he could state with certainty that the best crisis manager in Sri Lanka is the President. State Minister Ranjit Siambala-Petiya said that a controversial bill is scheduled to be brought on Sunday, that is the VAT tax, which is comprising of 138 items exempted from taxes. He added that they are now compelled to forego 97 items from tax exemptions, which means state revenue was deprived from 7.3% of the gross domestic product. The expenditure was at 20%.
Now, the Japanese government donated medical equipment worth of 500 million Japanese yen to Sri Jayawardhanapura Hospital in order to strengthen hospital capacity. The handing over ceremony was held on last Wednesday. The state-of-art Japanese medical equipment will help Sri Jayawardhanapura Hospital to combat non-communicable disease and enhance the social and humanitarian development in Sri Lanka. To donate was take place under the patronage of Minister Ramesh Patirana and Japanese Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Michikushi Hideaki.
It is truly an honor to stand before you today at the Sri Jayawardenepura General Hospital, a symbol of the enduring friendship between Japan and Sri Lanka. This Sri Jayawardenepura General Hospital was constructed in 1983 with a grant aid from the Japanese government as a token of deep appreciation to the late President, His Excellency J.R. Jayawardena. The famous story of 1001 beds in this hospital is well associated with the late President. Last year, marking the 70th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Japan and Sri Lanka, we proudly announced a significant milestone, a grant project of 500 million yen to this hospital. Through this grant project, Japan will provide latest equipment to enhance treatment and surgical capabilities for non-communicable diseases including cancer, stroke, and diabetes, while reducing the rate of blindness and caries in Sri Lanka. Today, I am delighted to witness the handover ceremony for the initial batch of this equipment and scoring our commitment to advancing healthcare in Sri Lanka.
It's a very happy occasion for me to come back to Sri Jayawardenepura Hospital at the time of acknowledging very significant and a meaningful contribution from the people of Japan and government of Japan. On behalf of the Ministry of Health, I thank the government of Japan and also people of that wonderful country to coming forward to donate this equipment worth more than 500 million yen. We have received the first tranche of the donation and we will be receiving more important instruments in time to come. I thank the ambassador having come forward to strengthen the historic relationship and the friendship between two countries through his unwavering commitment to strengthen bonds between two countries.
Up next is international news.
சோழ நாட்டை உடைக்கவா கட்டளை?
பெற்ற தாயின் ஒரு மார்பை வெட்டி எடுத்துக் கொள் என்கிறீர்கள்.
We cannot let you bring your war here.
हम ये मिशन साथ में कर सकते हैं. So are you in or are you out?
சினேத்ரா திரைப்பார்வை சனிக்கிழமை காலை 9 மணிக்கு நேத்ரா டிவியில்.
Welcome back. Taking a look at international news. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said he will stand again for a 5th term in office.
Russian President announced it at an award ceremony for participants of the full-scale war he launched against Ukraine in 2022. It comes a day after election officials set 15th to 17th March 2024 as dates for the presidential election. The re-election of Putin is seen as inevitable, with opposition almost non-existent and Russian media completely under his control. Russian President Putin served as president in the year 2000, returning to the role from a stint in prime minister as 2012. Russia's constitution was amended in 2020, increasing the presidential term from 4 to 6 years and giving Russian President Putin a clean slate to run again next year by cancelling out his previous terms.
Wishing you a joyful Christmas from Prima.
On to your sports news. Sri Lanka Air Force team has been successful in winning the Invitational Inter-Club Women's Cricket Tournament by defeating the Army team at the BRC grounds.
The Army team has scored 154 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. In reply, the Air Force team has scored 110 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in 30 overs when the play was obstructed due to rainfall. The Air Force team has won the overall championship. In the Under-19 One-Day World Cup Cricket Tournament, India beat Afghanistan. The Afghan team was all out for 173 runs. The Indian team has scored 174 runs for the loss of 3 wickets.
Wishing you a joyful Christmas from Prima.
That's it on tonight's news on Rupavahini. Join us tomorrow at the very same time. Good night.
Good night.